Hey, welcome, Ellen.
Hello.
Everybody, this is Ellen. Ellen is our new exercise physiologist / personal trainer. And I wanted to introduce you to our community. And I have a few questions for you, Ellen. So I'd love to hear, how would you describe, what's the difference between an exercise physiologist and a personal trainer, and the difference between the sessions?
So I think that the easiest way to think about the difference between a PT and EP is that personal trainers are generally qualified to work with the general population. So people who are exercising without major health conditions, just working towards general fitness goals and general health and well-being. EPs are medical health professionals that specialise in using exercise as medicine. So we are trained to use exercise to improve or slow the progression of a lot of medical conditions. Most common ones are chronic pain, cardiovascular disease, metabolic disease, osteoporosis, and osteoarthritis.
Gotcha. That makes total sense. Yes, I understand. And what got you into, or tell me what got you into fitness? Because you're a personal trainer before you're an EP, and then what led you into exercise physiology?
So it's all a bit of a weird story. So I've always loved exercise. I played a lot of netball and basketball from a very young age, but I actually got offered a job in sales for a gym, a fitness first.
Gym sales.
I
I've been before
full-time
as well. It's so
it was very full on. But funnily enough, being in that environment and being around the PTs was like, oh, I've forgotten that I actually really love exercise. And I'd never trained in a gym before. So I went through that awkward phase of being in a corner of a gym and just being like, no one look at me, please don't interact with me. I'm just going to try and hide. But eventually when I gained my confidence, I was like, oh, I want to be a PT. So I started pursuing that. And then I was like, oh, maybe I want to go back to university and do something health science related. I saw exercise physiology and I was like, okay, well, I'll go do that. Had no idea what an EP was, had no idea what they did. It was completely random that I chose that one. And I always thought I was going to transfer back into physio. But the more I learned about EP, the more I realized that, oh, I really love this, and this really resonates with me more so than any other health profession. So I really fell in love with what I was doing.
We've got a personal trainer, an exercise physiologist, and a physiotherapist.
So I think the easiest thing with physio and EP is that physios really specialize in acute care. So let's say you twist your ankle, you strain it, and it's painful, you would go to a physiotherapist for a diagnosis, some manual therapy, some initial exercise. So they really specialize in that diagnosis and acute care, and they specialize in the musculoskeletal system, so bones and muscles. Whereas exercise physiologists, we specialize in chronic disease management, and we do other things outside of just the musculoskeletal stuff as well.
And would you say, is there a particular type of client that you love working with, or condition, or area that you found you love?
I think that the biggest thing for me is I see with everyone that chronic disease and chronic pain really just get in the way of stuff that we love doing. And it can really slowly make us pull away from the things that we really, really love. And what I love the most, and what I love helping people with the most, is just people getting back to what they love. Like, what is your disease or condition stopping you from doing right now? And how do we get you back to doing what you enjoy and what makes you happy?
Oh, beautiful. Love that. And tell me a little fun fact about yourself. So what do you like to get up to outside of your work, outside of EP and PT? What do you do?
That's a good question. I really enjoy weightlifting. So I compete in weightlifting, which is fun. It's just a hobby to me, and it's my meaningful exercise. So a lot of people have something that they kind of movement they enjoy, and that's mine. That's probably my biggest hobby outside. I also really like anime, so please, I've admitted that out loud. People do not judge me. So my partner and I spend a lot of time on that hobby. So feel free to edit that out, by the way.
Japanese cartoons and that, right? So anime? Yeah, cool. Very cute, very quirky. Love that. And just quickly, what could a Haven client expect working with you? Tell me just a little bit about how a session runs with you.
I think the most important thing is, on the surface, looking at a PT and an EP session, they might not look too different from an exercise perspective. But what I think is different about me personally is that the space I create is just very compassionate, it's non judgmental, and I really believe that the person holds the power to make their own decisions and to have their own insight into their life. So I don't want to tell you what to do with your life. I want us to have a conversation and go on a journey together where we unlock your current knowledge, understanding, and experience in your life and body and use it to work towards where you want to be.
Beautiful. And that's that person-centered approach, right? It's really helping the person, put them in charge of, put them in the driver's seat. Yeah, cool. Oh, thanks, Ellen. Well, I have to say it's a real pleasure to have you. And as I've shared with a lot of our clients and some of our clients who've met you already, you come to us through, we met through the Hayes Health at Every Size non-diet community. And so that means a lot to me because understanding and that approach in depth is really, really powerful for us to have in the studio. So it's wonderful to have you. And I'm very excited for many more clients to meet you. So thank you, Ellen. And we'll look forward to seeing you all online. If people do want to work with you, they can approach me while we get you all sort of set up and work with you either outdoors in the park or as an EP, we are able to offer those services in studio at the moment in a mask or masked up, but really lucky to be able to offer that. Thanks again, Ellen.
No worries. Thank you for having me. Thank you for welcoming me to the team.
Such a pleasure.